Cooper Marcher here. This is your November 28th, 2022 CCC Update. That's Cooper's Critter Crew. Matilda reported from the UK this week for our overseas branch of the CCC. Nelson almost got into bother this week, but he ended up being very lucky. He took his motorbike out to go to the shops for Matilda. She wanted to honor our U.S. friends with a Thanksgiving theme and tried to bake pecan pies. He was on his way back home, baskets full of pecans, riding his bike far too fast, as always, and was stopped by the squirrel police. He thought he would be fined and maybe must attend a driver corrections school due to his previous misdemeanor with his drone. But luckily for him, the police squirrel was an old school friend. What a lucky coincidence. He hadn't seen Stanley Squirrel for years, but Nelson was telling him about his need to speed due to making the pies for the Sunday race meeting. The sound of our races really appealed to Stanley, so he kindly gave Nelson a warning, but will be taking part in the races and possibly bringing some more participants. As always, Matilda was baking treats, pies, sweet and fruity, nutty ones too, along with cakes and biscuits. Also this weekend, they were starting to decorate their home for Christmas. Nelson will be getting their tree this week, so I hope that all goes well. The very thought of Nelson, who is severely accident-prone, chopping down a tree terrifies me, to say the least. As always, I screwed up. Their drone race was won by Swen, who's such a competitive chap, but the ordinary squirrel races were won by Nelson's new friend Stanley. He beat everyone with lots of time to spare. He's so fit, very fast, but he does train and exercise regularly to be fit for his job. He won't enter every week because he works different shifts. Meanwhile, back in the US of A, Dale in Burlington made an internet connection so Lenny and Lucy, that's L and L, as well as Earl the Squirrel and Burl, could hook up to FaceTime and watch the World Cup with Nelson and Swen in the UK. It was the USA versus England, which ended 0-0, which means 0-0 tie in most languages, which I totally don't understand at all. It was great to see Nelson and Swen on the screen as we all watched intently, but a friendly and competitive game. Great sportsmanship by both teams, keeping our formed relationship with England solidified. Apparently, L and L got so tired from chasing soccer balls on the screen, they had to have a long nap afterwards. Ollie, my friend who's a rabbit and wears glasses, and his wife Petunia and their little offspring went to Montreal for the Thanksgiving holiday, even though Canada celebrates said holiday in October. They waited and celebrated together, which I thought was really sweet and very family-like. Ollie wasn't around for the races, but we had Susie hold the betting money, and we held the races anyway. Earl won the drone race, and Squirrelitariat won the other race. His ankle seems to be fit again, so it's my opinion that no one can beat him in the future, but we shall see. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you had a great week. Oh, and the most exciting thing to happen to me this week was my Christmas tree is back in the living room. And oh, how I have missed it. I do love my tree. Please be kind to one another this week. Cooper Marcher here. Ciao.